Hello, everyone. This is Brother Benson this morning, and I'm joined with my friend Mzalendo. Mzalendo, habari gani?
Niko salama kaka. Tunashukuru Mwenyezi Mungu kwa kutupatia rehema zake ndo tukaona siku ya leo.
Mm.
I can't complain.
Unajua saizi kuna wale ambao wanajitayarisha asubuhi sana sana wa SDA wanajitayarisha asubuhi kwenda kanisa.
Tunawaambia watuombee. Sisi wale bado hatujaenda kanisani siku ya Pasaka. Ni siku ya Pasaka ama ni siku ya inaitwaje hii?
Pasaka haijafika bana.
Inaitwaje hii siku SDA wanahitaji, kuna jina wanaita. Pasaka ni Easter.
Pasaka.
Pasaka ni Easter. Hii Saturday SDA wakienda kuomba kuna jina wanalitamka. Yeah, kuna jina. Wewe inaonekana wewe si mtu wa SDA kabisa.
Wanaita Sabbath
Siku
day.
ya Sabato. Siku ya Sabato.
They call it Sabbath day.
Yeah, Sabato. So hii ni siku ya Sabato. Kwa wale wanaenda kanisani tunawatakia safari njema na mrudi na mtuombee. Na mtuombee. Sisi wale tunaenda kule Sunday pia tutaombea na tuzidi kubarikiwa. Na kwa wale pia wanaugua, wale wagonjwa kwa hospitali, kama umekufa moyo nini, umezubaa hapo, enda pale Afrika kwenye YouTube usubscribe ama Brother Ben Media. Usubscribe, usikize maoni. Kama uko pale kwa kitanda yako ndio umeamka saa hii, uko kule Kenya, I know you're watching.
Yeah.
Ukiwa kule Marekani ndio unajitayarisha kulala. Chukua simu yako, enda pale kwa Afrika YouTube, enda usilike na usubscribe, na pale pia ukienda hapo, enda kwa Brother Ben pia upatie like. Hivyo ndio tunazidi kujengana, na wewe ukitusikiza kama mtazamaji pia utafurahia maoni yetu. Na pia kama unanichukia kama mzalendo, unachukia maoni yangu, mimi pia nataka kusikia maoni yako. Hapa kwenye hii channel hatufukuzi mtu wote. Channel ya kila mtu.
We unaamini kwamba kuna mtu ambaye anakuchukia ama?
Lazima kaka. Wewe unadhani unaweza pendwa na kila mtu? Kama unapendwa na kila mtu ujue una kasoro.
Kuna kasoro fulani.
Kuna kasoro fulani, ama wewe ni zuzu.
Nakumbuka wahenga ama wale ambao walikuwa wametuzidi kiumri walikuwa wanasema katika jamii kama watu wakuongelei vibaya ama kizuri, inamaanisha kwamba labda kuna kasoro mahali. Labda ukiwa hata katika familia unapata kwamba wewe hakuna mtu ambaye anakuzungumzia sana. Watu wanauliza swali labda huyu jamaa ako na kasoro. Unakubaliana na hayo?
Unajua lazima, unajua ukishatoka kule Afrika uende ukutane na culture zingine. Kuna culture zingine zile sisi kule Afrika hatuwezi kubaliana nayo. Na ukishavuka ufike culture nyingine, unapata vitu zinageuka kabisa, kama mapenzi ya wanaume kwa wanaume, wanawake kwa wanawake. Unapata hiyo ni wameembrace culture kama hiyo.
Yani
Na
wameikubali.
ni jinsi ya maisha yao. Haya, kuna watoto wakifika umri fulani, kama ni wasichana, wazazi wao wanaangalia, huyu msichana wangu mbona hana boyfriend nini, mbona hana masimu, mbona kuna mtu anabisha hapa, hii kengele mbona ilii, mtu kumwambia how are you doing, hakuna barua, hakuna arafa ndogo ndogo. yani SMS, harafa ndogo ndogo, vitu kama hizo kumfurahisha. So unashindwa, huyu msichana wangu lazima kuwe na kasoro kidogo. Aya, mwanaume pia
Pia
ukiona
vile
pia
vile.
kijana wako hii jinsia nyingine, unataka kujua kweli ni mwanaume kamili ama ni una hauna mwanaume pale. Lazima awe anatongoza watu, lazima awe
Mm,
anaingia katika mavita vita hivi, unajua
mm,
mchezo hivi,
mhm.
ujeuri hivi,
Ehe.
yeah. So hiyo ni ujana. Mm. Ujana inaweza kupata kwa njia mingi.
Lakini unajua tukizungumzia ujana inalingana na mazingira ambao unalelewa ama mazingira ambao wewe upo kwa sababu kwa mfano unapata kwa wale ambao ujana huwa wanapata wakiwa kwa hizi nchi za ughaibuni sana sana
Mm,
tuseme kama nchi kama Marekani,
mm.
Ufaransa ama nchi tu za wazungu, unapata kwamba ujana wao kuna utofauti kubwa sana sana na ujana ambao inapata kijana wa Afrika ambao anaishi katika maisha duni ama
Kweli 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 kweli, kweli kabisa, kwa sababu acha nikupatie mfano.
mm,
Marekani, eh, vijana wale tuseme wale wako kama kule kwetu tunasema secondary school ama
mm,
high school,
mhm,
wako katika umri wa miaka 16
mhm,
tayari wameanza kazi
mhm,
vidogo vidogo, lakini masaa ndio wanapatiwa
machache.
machache. Hiyo huwezi pata kule Afrika. So
Mm,
huyu kijana ana ana anasema nini? He is growing in the society. Kama anajua lazima amke asubuhi aende kazini,
aende kazi.
lazima afanye kazi. Ule
Mm,
wako kule Kenya ama Tanzania,
mm,
anaamka asubuhi anasema daddy, mami, I
mm,
am broke,
mm,
nisaidie na kakitu.
mm,
Haya, huyu msichana ama kijana ana save ili zile pesa
mm,
kulipa karo yake ya kuenda chuo kikuu.
mhm.
Ule wa kule kwetu anangojea baba auze shamba ndiye ampeleke shule,
Ama serikali atusaidie.
ama serikali isaidie, na serikali inasaidia kila mahali.
Lakini kwa kiwango
Kuna
fulani.
kuna loan za university, lakini
Mhm,
katika hiyo loan yeye anaangalia hataki kulipa hiyo loan kwa muda mrefu, basi kitu ile
mhm,
tufanye, wacha mimi nisome niweke pesa yangu nitajilipia karo ya
mhm.
kwanza. Sasa ukiwa mkarimu kama mzazi pia unaweza sema wacha nisaidie huyu mtoto wangu kulipa karo yake
Ya shule.
ya shule. So unapata ule kijana pale Afrika anategemea wazazi sana,
Mm,
na inafika hata umri wa miaka 30 na bado yuko na wazazi, 40 bado yuko na wazazi. Haya, ukienda kule tuseme ule kijana amezaliwa Marekani,
mhm,
akifika miaka 17 ama 18
mhm.
na kale kaajira kako nayo ama hata hana ajira, anaambiwa umefika umri wa utoke kwa hii nyumba.
Ehe,
Eh, wewe
okay.
unaweza ambia kijana wako hivyo, hapana, 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 Mama
Mm,
anaambia kijana wangu anaenda wapi? Huyu bado ni mtoto wangu, nampenda. Unampeleka wapi?
mm.
Hapa wazungu wanakuambia umefika umri wa kutoka
Kwa
kwangu, utafute kwako.
ama kama labda kama unaishi itabidi uanze kugharamia vitu fulani, tuseme kwamba vitu
Mm.
kama, umeme, vitu kama hata kulipa ah,
Ah, hi
rent kidogo.
sorry.
Alright.
Angalia.
Asante sana mzalendo. Mzalendo bado anachukua simu labda.
Sawa, sawa. Hii simu bwana hii.
Simu imeingia. Okay, mzalendo, najua ni mazungumzo siku moja tutakaa tujadili sana maisha mbalimbali ama maisha tofauti ambao watu wanaishi. Sana sana tukiangazia zile nchi ambazo tunasema kwamba zimeendelea kimaendeleo na teknolojia na sana sana tukiangalia pia tukiangazia zile nchi kama kiafrika ama Kenya nchi yetu ambao si tunaishi, tujue ni wapi ambapo labda hatufanye vizuri sana kwa vijana wetu na ni kama kuna marekebisho labda inaweza fanywa ni wapi, na ni watu wa gani ama ni watu gani ambao watapatiwa ama kiongozi itakuwa ni ya viongozi ama sisi wenyewe kwa wenyewe tutachukua jukumu kama hilo ili turekebishe maneno zingine. Lakini kwa saizi tunataka kujadili mambo ya siasa. Unajua wiki iliyopita ama wiki ambayo imeisha leo ama inaisha leo imekuwa na siasa kabisa kabisa. Kuna yale yalitokea, naweza sema kwamba habari ambazo zilikuwa zimepatiwa kipaumbele katika nyanja za siasa na pia yale matukio yalitokea ambapo itabidi sisi pia tujadili kidogo, tutoe wazo letu. Thank you so much Mzalendo for finding time to be with us or to have a conversation with you on the news that made headlines during the week. There are so many there are quite a lot that happened, but we decided to pick few and we will talk about them and at least give our views on what we think about them. To begin with, let's start with the by-election. That is the recent one, as recent as yesterday or the day before today or the day before Friday. There was a by-election that was taking place, especially in Kenya, and um, what was happening is that the UDA managed to scoop um, all the four posts of the by-elections, and we did not see so much of united opposition. And people have started to say that, okay, as much as we might say that President William Ruto is not doing well, but the results are showing otherwise. So, what is your take on what happened? And does this one mean that President William Ruto is placed in a good position, especially uh, towards general election of 2027?
I would say that these are like I would like the midterms elections or that or by elections that happen just before a general election. Now we had how many 4 by-elections throughout the country. One
Mhm.
was in Kakamega, and I think the others were in Embu and Isiolo. And remember last year there was also one by-election that was in Mbere North, if I'm not wrong. So these were MCA slots that UDA swept throughout in all the four contested by-elections in Embu and Kakamega and Isiolo. Those were the areas that UDA managed to defeat the united opposition.
Yeah.
Now, this tells you a lot.
Mhm.
While these by-elections were going on, Brother Ben, we were debating on the popularity of the opposition with
Mm.
you and some other friends. Interestingly, we didn't know that by-elections were going on. We didn't know of the by-elections in Kakamega, and we didn't know.
I knew about the by-election
I
actually.
didn't know about the by-elections in Isiolo. I knew they were coming, but I didn't know the exact date they were going to be held.
Mhm.
So I didn't pay much attention to them
Yeah.
until the news hit that, hey, UDA has won in all those by elections.
Yeah.
Now, this sets a new discussion in the opposition rings.
Mhm.
Are they really moving towards the right direction? I think some of them, I think they were shocked with the defeat that they got in all these by election. But I think most importantly, we want to look at the organization
Yeah.
in the just concluded by election. Did
True.
they really campaign for their candidates? Uh, a by election is coming in Kakamega, yet they don't go to Kakamega to campaign for their candidate. A by election is happening in Isiolo. They are busy having a rally in the CBD in Nairobi. A by election is happening in Embu, just some a few kilometers from Gashagua's home. Is having an event in Masaini or wherever. Now, I think if they concentrated on the victory,
Hmm.
then there would have been a different result.
Yeah.
If they all campaigned in these by-elections and gave it all in financially and being on the ground and selling their agenda to the people in these particular areas, then at least they would have won one or two seats. But
Mhm.
being defeated in the four of them, and later on saying that there was voter bribery and things like that. I mean, Kenyans are used to that now. Voter bribery is become part of our life. We There's no way we can stop it in one election cycle. It will need a concerted, it will need a constant effort
Mhm.
from the leaders themselves to
Yes.
try and uh, stop corruption. But
Mhm.
as long as they are not concentrating on ending the corruption culture in our society, then
Mhm.
this transactional politics will always continue. Yeah,
Okay.
that's my take. Yeah.
Okay, that's your take. And have you spoken about the opposition? But when you look at Kakamega, actually, I was looking at the results, the way they are. I think like the DCP candidate actually did a wonderful job. Remember, ODM had a candidate, but at some point they decided to withdraw the candidate, which means the supporters of ODM together with the UDA, I would call a broad-based government, actually supported one candidate. But I think the DCP candidate came second in that election. And that one, we would say that the DCP did a lot. But before we continue, I just want to read something here for you, and maybe you make a remark on it. This is Martha Karua, one of the principal of the United Opposition, or they called it the alternative government. I don't know why they did that. So this is what she said. I quote, msibabaike na by election, hiyo ni kidogo sana. Wanaungana mahali alafu wanaiba, lakini general election ni Kenya nzima, hawataweza kuiba. Msiitiwe uoga. What do you make of that? Because like if Martha Karua is saying that wanaiba na the general election wawezi iba, and there's what we call the perception, especially in politics right now. If UDA scoop all these by elections, these results, and and the perception on the ground is that the UDA is actually outshining the uh, the government. I mean, they are outshining the united opposition. What do you have to say about that, the remarks that has been made by Martha Karua?
I think Martha Karua is giving the supporters of UDA some hope where when they feel so hopeless. If you listen to most UDA supporters right now they don't have a lot of most opposition supporters. They don't have a lot of hope. But when you look at the UDA side,
Mhm.
they have they are rejuvenated. They are seeing
Yeah.
like, oh, this broad-based thing is working. So
Mm.
Martha Karua has to speak like that as a leader. Once you're beaten, you have to stand up strong and say, you have to give a reason why you're beaten. And
Mm.
again, musibabaike. Kubabaika, wapiga kura watababaika if you are not giving them the solution and the results.
Or the
I
one thing.
remember it's like a football match when Arsenal is not winning any trophies and they are participating in matches or winning not matches. People are going to talk about it. Brother Ben wataongea, so watu
Mm.
wataongea. Mm,
Mm. Okay,
yeah.
thank you so much. Let's come again to Mbere, because we are looking at Justin Muturi. Justin Muturi disagreed with President William Ruto, and President William Ruto went ahead and appointed a candidate that won the DP, was a DP candidate, that is Ruku, and they later came up with a candidate now for UDA. Muturi was not able to defend that seat. Again, with the same place, there is a UDA candidate who has won or on the ward. What do Muturi bring on the table, especially in the united opposition? Yet we know very well that the way they've been saying that the central Kenya, talking of the east, do not love the president, but president can still beat him in his home area twice. What does it? What does Muturi now bring on the table? Especially, should he even be called the principal?
You see, the opposition is surrounded by a bunch of losers.
Mm,
That is the problem. Martha Karua couldn't bring any votes for Baba. She couldn't win the gubernatorial elections in Kirinyaga.
mhm,
She was beaten. Muturi resigned from government. He has not been a politician per se. How many
mm,
votes does he attract? He was a senior civil servant. Now, being a senior civil servant does not translate to votes.
mhm,
That is a mistake. Being a senior in the society does not automatically translate into votes.
mhm.
You could have an opinion, but if you are not a political,
Yeah,
then you will not resonate very well with the people on the
with the people.
ground. And that is the problem that Muturi has.
Mhm,
He carries this aroma that is so big. He has been the Attorney General of the Republic of Kenya. He has served in all in Kibaki's government. He has served in Uhuru's government. He served in William Ruto's government. What are you going to tell him? So he
mhm.
has been a career servant, a career civil servant,
Yeah.
and not a politician.
Mhm,
Look at Gashagwa. Gashagwa has been in politics, yes, but as a civil servant, he has served long in that position for the longest duration. As a
mhm.
politician, he has served in a very short time as a politician. But
Mm.
as a civil servant, he has served for the longest time. So these people have got their strengths, and at the same time, they've got their weaknesses.
Yeah.
Now, the perception we are talking about, perception that Mlima belongs to Gashagwa
Yeah.
is now being demystified. That indeed you don't control this area.
Mhm.
Now, Ruto will walk tomorrow in Mount Kenya region. And let me tell you, the crowd that would receive that guy, people
Mhm.
will not believe. That will kill the opposition
Yeah.
if they are going to go with the masses because they can mobilize, government can mobilize, and the opposition can mobilize, but not as much as what government can do.
Okay.
So we all go back to our politics, politics ya pesa.
Yeah.
So
All right.
imefika wakati mwenye pesa ampishe.
Mm.
Mm.
Okay, asante. Inamaanisha kuwa the united opposition, one of the things that they should put in place, they should have resources, which includes finance.
Yeah, that is they don't have the resources.
Mm.
They cannot do advertisements on radio or on TV. Their candidates are, maybe, I'm assuming, they are not all that financially liquid to match the UDA candidates. The
Mm.
UDA candidates are properly oiled, and
Mhm.
the UDA campaign machinery, led by people like Farouk Kibet, are always on the ground, either doing the crook, working out with the goons and intimidating you. But
Mhm.
so long as the means is winning the votes, they will do it. So
So,
long as it's to scare you,
mm,
they will do it.
so like what we would say that the Farouk of this world, their main aim is to win.
Whichever way, their main is just to win.
They will they want to register win,
Yeah,
which
they just want to, you were waiting for a fair game. Oh, the game was unfair.
mhm.
Game, mchezo wa mpira unamalizika 90 minutes. Referee akishapiga firimbi, game imeisha. Umepigwa bao ngapi? Mbili, moja. Game imeisha.
So maybe if you're given an opportunity, especially to at least offer some advice to the united opposition, especially knowing very well that they are going to compete against President William Ruto, what could be the best advice that you would share with them, especially looking at the results of the by-elections?
Now, first of all, they need to understand this. In the last election, do you know how many tallying centers William Ruto had?
Mhm.
Do you know?
I don't know.
Let me surprise you. There were many. And another surprise, they could not be detected by government. And another surprise, one of them was in Matiangi's backyard, and he was the interior CS, and he didn't know.
Mhm.
So, one of the things that they need to know is that this guy is organized.
Yes.
This guy is not a drunkard. This guy drinks milk every other day, and all he thinks about is politics and how he can remain in power.
Mhm.
Every other he is scheming, he is studying all the leaders. You see Farouk Kibet in an ODM rally sitting on the back reading the crowd,
Mhm.
reading every move that these people are making. Do they like this leader? Do they like this one?
Yes.
Reaction ya crowd. That is
Yeah,
why you see people moving with the crowd and mobilizing. Sadila amesimama, munipigie kelele
kabisa.
kabisa. That is
Mm.
the reason. That is the reason. Those are small details in politics that people don't see.
Okay.
Even the even the sitting arrangement.
Mhm.
If you are a politician and you can't get the front row,
Wewe kwisha.
wewe kwa hiyo siasa hauko. Now, this is the strategy, because you asked about the strategy.
Mhm.
It is not time to lament. It is time to look at strategy, how you can win an election.
Yes.
First of all, there is something called door-to-door campaign. We need to see these leaders wearing their gumboots, rolling up their sleeves, and heading to the ground when
Yes.
there is an by-election, especially the opposition.
The position, yes.
Because most of them are introducing themselves fast. The political parties that they are having have not been there for a year or two. They're being introduced to the people. So you need to work extra hard, first of all, to market your political party,
Yes.
and secondly, to choose the best candidate that can propel your party. You
Mm-hmm.
have to do a proper research and a proper nomination. So
Mm.
tell me, of all these by elections that have been held, have
Yes.
you seen any nominations?
Uh, Nomination, majority of them were given direct tickets. Can you check your mic, please? Check your mic, please.
I think I'm okay now, yeah?
Yes, now you're okay.
A majority of them were given direct tickets.
Yeah.
Now, when you give a direct ticket, there could be one or three candidates who wanted that particular ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Let them face off in a nomination, including the one that has won maybe on a UDA ticket. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
they were desperate for the DCP ticket and they were the popular candidate. So the
Mm-hmm.
people did not care the political party, but they wanted a candidate that can win elections.
Mm-hmm.
And UDA maybe picked the right candidate.
Mm.
We are saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so they need to choose the right candidate. They need to campaign for their candidates, and they need to go an extra mile to finance their candidate.
okay. Okay. Thank you. But that is according to position. Maybe in brief, when you're looking at the results of today, um, uh, does this one give President William Ruto confidence that is in the right path going towards 2027, bearing in mind that he was able to win Kabras, especially the Western Kenya. He won Malava the other time, and today too he won. ODM was saying that they they decided to back the UDA candidate. And remember, Western Kenya has always been ODM zone. Is this one giving him a ray of hope that he's in the good path, especially when it comes to election of 2027?
Ruto is not looking at how is Ruto is not looking for hope. He's looking for margins.
Mm.
He's looking for what?
Margin.
Margins.
Mhm.
Yeah. He's not looking to win. He's looking for margin
Yeah.
right now. That
Mhm.
is why he's folding up ODM. That is why he's getting Nyanza. That is why he's dividing Mount Kenya. That is why he's in Western. That is why he's in the coast region where ODM dominates and he wants that vote. And the only way to get that vote is not to campaign but to get the leaders to join him. He is bright. He's a bright chap. So
Talking of
he already knows that I don't want to campaign in the whole of Nyanza region where it's dominated by ODM. Why should I campaign if I can buy all these leaders to my side?
But Mzalendo, do you know when you look at ODM, when you look at ODM, actually ODM has his support, especially in the coastal area and part of northeastern, that is including Turkana and all those areas, then come to western. And when you look at these areas, they do not have somebody that I would say specifically that is fighting to lead those areas, you know, currently. Look at Mombasa. Joho are threatening to go by themselves, or maybe they want to form a political party. Come to Western Kenya. Western Kenya, nobody's saying that they have a party. Like we have parties, but ODM still have like the majority. And now when you come to Nyanza, you find like Gladys Wanga, especially if you look at the kind of politics that she's doing. She wants to consolidate the region, especially, is not thinking of outside the Nyanza. Is this one going to be a problematic to President William Ruto, or this is going to be a plus for him?
Thank you for the good question, Brother Ben. Going into Nyanza politics, William Ruto is looking at ODM,
Mhm.
a united ODM. That is what he was hoping for.
Yes.
But a divided ODM is still on his side,
Mhm.
is still favoring him.
Okay.
But a united one, ODM, would have favored him more when it comes to the general elections.
Mhm.
Why? As I said, Gladys Wanga already has a support base that support her.
True.
And any other ODM leader that is elected, he has followers that support them.
Yeah.
And they guide their followers.
Mhm.
If Mama Gladys Wanga decides that we are going left towards William Ruto, his our followers will vote that particular way. You get my
Mhm.
point.
I get your point.
Now, William Ruto's entry, he has got also followers in Nyanza and supporters who are registered members of UDA.
Mhm.
This is very, very important even to the viewers at home. You need to listen to this. UDA has got supporters and people who are life members who will not support Gladys Wanga or any other political party other than UDA. Now, what are their chances of winning in those elections? They must work extra hard to win in Nyanza strongholds for ODM. But if they fold their political ambitions, or if they shelve their political ambitions and support the broad based agenda, then William Ruto is rest assured that his base will vote for him, and also the ODM members will vote. So he gets to win two sides. He gets to win in both ways. The former ODM broad based will vote for him, and his support base that he has been building within Nyanza are
Mhm.
also going to stick by him. Now, when you go to Coast Region, it's the same mathematics.
Mhm.
Joe has got support Abdul Samwad. It's called Abdul who? Samwa. It's called who? The
Ab
governor Abdul what?
Somad.
Abdul Samwad what?
Somad.
Anaitwa Abdul nani?
Abdul Somad.
Abdul Swamad.
Yeah.
So Abdul Swamad, huo mtoto wa Nasir,
Uh-huh.
he has got a support base that
Mhm.
wako na yeye, na pia wamesema hao ni watu wa ODM.
Watu wa ODM.
Starting a coastal region party is a good thing, but they still want to inherit the support base for Raila Odinga in Luonya.
Iluo Nyanza.
So they have to stick within this political balance within ODM to gain. They don't want to work very hard to build the coast region political party,
Mhm.
which might take forever to
Mm.
be the size of ODM. It might take forever. So they
Yes.
have to stick with ODM from within and fight it out. All
Okay.
right.
All right.
So that is the reason why they're still stuck with ODM. But should ODM decide otherwise, that they are not working with William Samoei Ruto, then they know that their easiest way or easiest path to 2032
Mhm.
is by joining government.
Let me ask you, because like we've decided to veer a little bit. You are saying 2032. But if you look at ODM right now, it is fragmented. Um, you know, there's the wing of Sifuna. There is also the wing of Oburu Odinga that seems to be in a hurry making decisions, you know, which majority of the party members or a half of the party members, I would say, are not happy with. And bearing in mind that the political parties are usually uh, have what we call the persona, are usually, personification of political party. And ODM had Raila Amolo Odinga. Do you think that by 2032, seeing the fragmentation that ODM or during this process, you are seeing an ODM in 2032, a strong political party?
Mhm. Wewe wacha nikupatie mfano. Una unaangalia mbio za mzee Kobe,
Mm,
ukifananisha na mbio za chui.
mm,
Yeah. Mzee Kobe, huyu Oburu ni mzee Kobe, anaenda mwendo wa polepole. Kina
mm,
Sifuna ni vijana, adrenaline inakimbia mbio
mm,
sana. Hiyo
mm.
mwendo wa polepole hawawezani nayo. Kina Babu Owino, these young people, it is tiring. Hiyo hawaelewi huyu mzee anasema nini. Sisi tunataka power, waelewi hizo
Oburu,
ni
Oburu,
nini.
Oburu ndiye anataka power bana.
Power, you see, power is not an agenda. Power is
Eh,
not an agenda. Whatever it is that what they're looking for,
yes.
uh, the the soul of ODM,
Mhm,
the soul of ODM. ODM was built in the streets. ODM was built for resistance. ODM was built for the people. ODM was built for fighting injustices. ODM was supposed to be the party of that equalizes, brings fairness on the table. But who represents that now? It is Sifuna who represents that, and Babu Owino and clique
mhm,
who are going against this other grain. So
mhm.
this Wanga group, that hiyo ni this one Ruto will finish by
Oh, oh,
2032. They will be gone.
okay,
Hiyo watakuwa maisha.
okay, sawa.
The new force will be this Sifuna force. That will be the real ODM.
Okay, so okay, if
Yeah.
that falls, okay, okay, thank you for that. Now, let's jump to another topic and give our views very quick because, like, we do not want to take a lot of time in this. And let me take this opportunity to thank all those who have joined us. If you join us in any of the two channels that we are premiering on or we are doing live streaming on, that is Afric 24 and Brother Benson Media, you can subscribe in both of the channel if you are new in those both channel. And let me take this opportunity to thank you so much. And Deto, thank you so much. You still owe Brother Miguda his lunch. I will remind you. Okay, thank you so much, Mzalendo. Another news that made headlines, especially, was the Kisi tour that was done by Matiangi, and he was joined by united opposition leaders. That is Rigathi Gachagua, Munya was there, Natembea, and you know, and there's something stood out. There was an installation of Matiangi as a Kisi elder and also as a Kisii spokesperson. And remember, this position, it is said to have been held by Simba Arati. What does that one mean, especially for Matiangi? And what does that also mean for Simba Arati, especially when you look at the Kisii County or Mogusi community?
I think Omugusi community has played their politics that way for a very long time.
Mhm.
They seem to understand the game of politics because one, you'll find members of the Omugusi community always being in government.
Yeah.
Uh, Others are sometimes not in government; they are in the opposition. They
Mhm.
played that politics so that they create that balance in
Mhm.
each and every election cycle.
Mhm.
Right from the days of Nyachai to today, what we are seeing of Onsoro, Osoro, and Onyonka, that kind of politics have been played. Kina Kibagendi,
Mhm.
Kina Simba Arati, and the likes.
Yeah.
Now, Simba Arati is a schemer and is a mobilizer. And since Sifuna resurfaced in ODM, he has taken a back seat in politics a bit, not commenting on the political ongoing in ODM and not
Yeah.
commenting on what Matiangi is saying. He is reading the minds of the Babagusi community. And that is what politics is all about. You don't jump and start making conclusions. You don't,
Mhm.
you know, if the same was happening in Luo Nyanza, Gladys Wanga would be gun blazing in
Yes.
every press conference that we don't want anybody here
Mhm.
campaigning in the name of UDA or Gachagua. No, he let them have their day, I let them have their say, and at the end of the day, the people of Kisi will
Yeah.
give direction to the politician.
But do you think there's a significance, especially when you're looking at the installation of Matiangi, because
Oh, sorry, I omitted that part.
Mhm.
These installations are ceremonial.
No.
They don't carry anything. It's not a deduction. If you are installed, let me tell you,
Mhm.
if you dig deep into the Kabagusi politics,
Mhm.
you will find that those who installed uh,
Matiangi.
Matiangi
Mhm.
are from his tribe or his region.
Nyamira.
Those who installed this other guy,
Simbarati.
Simbarati, were from maybe the larger community or the Abagusi community. Have installed them. So these installations, you can be installed by your clan as our
Mm.
leader,
Okay.
and you become a leader for that particular clan
All
to
right.
bless you so that you can go outside there and fight and
Mhm.
fight. That does not make you. Uh, we have seen installation of people like Ochila Yako. Does it make them the Luo kingpin or leaders?
No.
We have seen Babu Wino being installed. Has he become the Luo leader?
No.
No.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But
so these installations have always been there. They're just
or
ceremonial.
they're just optics of the politics. Now,
Yes, yes.
when you look at the coordination and mobilization, the organization of how the rally for Matiangi for those 3 days were done, it 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 shows that it was well planned. From day one to the last day. And do you agree with me on that?
I feel like I I know people will be mad with me or at me, and but weka Sirika, but I think Matiangi is working with William Ruto.
Mm,
Yeah, if you see the government is not interested in you,
mm.
then they have got some interest in you.
We will come to that working with the government. But now, there's something also that happened, for sometimes, especially back then, Rigathi was not very comfortable with Matiang'i, especially with the Jubilee. But this time around, we saw Rigathi Gachagua was able or joined Matiang'i, especially for his tour. And it was like Matiang'i also was introducing the Jubilee as a party in the Gusii land. Do you feel that maybe they've reached consensus?
You see, the opposition, mm, it's like I wanted to give a very bad example, but let me not to give that.
Mm,
Uh, the opposition, they really have to stick together like flies to shit.
mhm,
Unaona vile inzi inapenda mavi maliko.
mhm,
Yeah, they have to stick together like flies to shit. Hakuna mahali watawachana.
Mm.
Inzi ikiona mahali kuna pupuu iko tu mahali hapo, lazima ikuwe hapo.
Lazima
So
ikuwe.
they have to hawana budi. If
Mm.
they want to get numbers, they have to stick together. If they want to be eaten alive by William Samoei Ruto, wacha kila mtu akimbie njia yake.
Mm.
Now, for Matiangi introduction of Jubilee in Babagusi politics,
Mm.
first of all, the ground politics in Kisii is saying this, and I don't know. Many people maybe have come across the information. If you are
Mm.
coming from the Kisii region, definitely you know. Kisii wanted Matiangi to build their own political party that has got the identity of
Mm.
the Abagusi community. Like the DCP is identified with the Kikuyu,
Mm.
Wiper is identified with the Kamba, ODM is identified with the Luo. So they wanted an identical political party that
Mhm.
belongs to the Abagusi community.
Yes.
Now, Jubilee is still Uhuru Kenyatta's party.
Mhm. But
It's
what is
still
wrong with being Uhuru Kenyatta's party if we are saying that we want to have a
our
universal party?
politics. Our politics is tribal.
Mm.
Our politics is tribal. You don't inherit. You don't inherit ODM. You don't sell ODM in central. And you don't. Akikuyu cannot become a ODM leader and then goes with the party in central and sells that ODM to the central people. It is difficult to sell that, yeah. It
Yeah.
is it is possible to become an ODM party leader from a Kikuyu community,
Mhm.
but it is difficult to sell ODM in to the Kikuyus because first they don't identify with that particular political party. So Kisi wanted Matiangi to build his own vehicle, a
Mhm.
vehicle that they will be able to join and
Identify
bargain
with.
as the Abagusi community. Now, Jubilee, for heaven's sake, I don't know why they are still fighting with the Gasha DCP. There
Mm.
needs to be one political movement.
Mm.
Beyond central Kenya, there is no Jubilee.
Okay.
Jubilee
So.
iko huko central sana sana, si ndio? Bas huko wakae huko watengeneze hiyo chama, they merge whatever, whether it would be called DCPJ,
Mm.
they become one political movement.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much on that. Maybe my last question to you. If you look at Onyonka, especially in Kisi politics, Onyonka has not lost any election, especially whether he comes with a different party or the party that people loves within that area. But now Onyonka has declared interest, especially to contest for gubernatorial for Kisi County. Do you think he has what it takes to challenge Simbarati?
I don't think Onyonka can beat Simbarati in
Mm-hmm.
uh, in Kisi
Mm.
because one, these are people who Simbarati has helped financial. Unajua, wacha nikwambie. The other day I saw Onyonka at the meeting that Simbarati alimpatia sijui pesa sijui ya kufanya nini. Once you do that, that's the end of you.
Mm.
Yeah, politically.
Mm-hmm.
So Simbarati and his mobilization skills. This guy comes, ametoka Nairobi, akaenda Kisii na akashinda kuwa governor.
Mm.
Eh?
Okay.
Akaenda akakuwa governor kule Kisii. It tells you that mobilization yake iko juu.
Iko juu sana.
Iko
Okay,
juu
let me
sana.
take this opportunity to thank Paul for joining us. We have Brian too also. We thank you so much. This is Brother Benson, and we are streaming in two platforms, that is Afrique 24 and Brother Benson. if not subscribe on those two channels, kindly please do so. So when we have conversation like this each and every Saturday morning, the YouTube will notify you. Then you can be part of those conversation. And so you feel Richard Onyonka cannot manage Simba Arati,
Yeah.
Mr. Oh,
Yeah, that's very true. Can you
mm.
hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
can hear you.
that is very true. Richard Onyanka, I think, one, this governor have stolen enough money to run a gubernatorial race that is fully oiled
Mhm.
kabisa, yani ile iko na pesa, yani
Who
kuanzia
has
day
pesa?
ameanza campaign mpaka siku ile ya mwisho anaweza decide
Mm.
anawapatia 1000 1000 1000 mpaka siku ya uchaguzi inaisha. Wewe
Eh,
utaenda wapi? Wewe ati mimi ni Onyonka, ati pesa tutakula.
mm.
Wananchi
Hiyo
watakula siku hizi wananchi
pesa.
wanakula pesa na wanapiga kura. That's the problem.
Wataki kusikia sera mzuri ambao unauza wao.
Sera hiyo, sera
Eh,
hiyo hata uandike kwa gazeti tutasoma huko.
unadhani ni nchi yetu tu ama ni kote kote ambapo wako na uchaguzi ama kuna siasa tu wameweka pesa mbele?
Wewe angalia
Mm,
Marekani,
mm.
kiongozi ule atashinda katika uchaguzi ni ule kiongozi amekuwa na fundraising ngapi kubwa, ule
Kubwa
amechangiwa pesa
mingi
ule amechangiwa pesa ngapi,
mingi kabisa.
na kila siku wanalia nini? Ati the other party Democrats wametushinda na zile pesa wamechangia huyu candidate wao.
Eh,
Unafikiri hizo pesa zinaenda wapi?
mhm,
Awapatiani hela ya
mm,
kuwewe shika, lakini hela yao inaenda kwa advertisement ya kukubadilisha mawazo.
mm,
They spend so much billions of shillings on in terms of advertisement,
mm,
so that if you are not decided, you can make a choice from that advert that you are seeing on radio, on campaigns, trails, and all that. Campaign trail, wanaenda mahali, wanakutana na watu, kuna maji inanunuliwa pale, kuna vitu mingi zinatumiwa pale. They don't give you handouts, cash, but they
mm,
have got a traveling team that are paid. They have got a fully paid secretariat that runs the campaign.
mhm,
Yeah. Now sasa shida ni hiyo pesa, you
mm,
cannot go with it on holiday.
mhm,
You cannot do with it any other thing. Ni ya campaign tu. Hauwezi hata nunua nguo yako na hii pesa ya umedonetiwa na ni yako, ukae kujua
mm,
campaign donations ni za campaign.
mm.
Hauwezi tumia ati leo naenda Mombasa kujivinjari juu tumemaliza uchaguzi.
Hakuna.
Kama umemaliza uchaguzi na pesa imebaki, rudisha.
Mm.
Mm.
Okay, Mzalendo, let's wrap it up on the Kisii issue. I was just looking on the internet
Mm.
yesterday. I don't know how true this is, but there are those who are suspecting that Matiang'i might be a mole, and there was a publication, especially on Tuko, that say that I don't know how true it is. I'm just reading. This is from Tuko. It says that Gashoga storms of opposition meeting after confronting Matiani over suspicious peaceful Kisii tour rally. But if you go to the internet, they were talking of Kisii is not a project. I don't know how true this one could be.
I've just told you that. I've
Politics
just
is
told you. I've not
yeah,
even read it, but I'm glad some people are seeing what I'm seeing.
yeah.
I haven't seen that on Tuko, but every, let me tell you guys,
Mhm.
what interest does Uhuru Kenyatta have in this election?
I don't know. Maybe tell us if you might know.
Hmm? What?
I don't know.
Why do you think Uhuru Kenyatta is so interested in this election? Okay, wacha niseme na Kiswahili. Kwa nini unafikiria rais mstaafu ana pension yake, hakuna mtu anamfuata juu ya pesa zile ama ziliporwa, na kuna evidence za pesa na
Sa-
hazisemwi na hakuna mahali
lakini
anapelekwa na
la,
yupo na anapinga, sikiza,
eh,
anapinga serikali ya William Ruto na kuna candidate wake na ni wa Jubilee anaitwa
unajua
na ukae kujua
eh,
Matiang'i alikuwa kwa serikali na bado hakuna mtu anamwandama kwa vitu ambayo alifanya. Wanaongea juu ya Rivayala nini nini, lakini hakuna mtu anamwanda.
la,
Haya, anaenda anafanya rally successful peaceful, hakuna polisi pia wamekuwa, hakuna bugdha imefanyika pale, anaenda anashinda by election, watu wanaona he, huyu
mm.
jamaa huyu jamaa ni hatari.
So
But all that, sikiza
mm,
unimalize, all that according to me is scripted and by design.
mhm.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. Kisii Matiang'i, this is what uh, Kisii, they know how to deal and counter goons. Ng'o power bila DJ Muthoni Mato. Kisii Matiang'i best to be in a minister of Kisii Matiang'i best to be is a minister of William Ruto.
Yeah, that's
Ikiwa
the thing. I mean,
mm,
he's positioning himself. I'm telling you, towards the election, towards 2027. Wacha
mhm,
nikwambie tu ukweli.
mhm,
The defections that you see, people have started asking questions. Hey, hii opposition inaenda wapi?
mhm,
People within the leadership of the opposition will say that I have been in. Matiang'i atakuja tu aseme anakona press conference.
mhm.
Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow Kenyans,
I decided to support the
I
government of
have been
President
in
William Ruto.
this race
Yeah,
for the last few years, and you have seen me. I have
yeah.
won so many other seats here. We have campaigned, and I thank you all for those who have campaigned for me and my other principles. But the way I'm seeing things,
Mhm.
running this race will no longer be attainable for me.
Yes.
Uh, I will remain in the back seat to support the
The winning
candidates.
candidate. The winning candidate.
My people have decided that we cannot win this race, and we need to join and be part of the government.
Mhm.
You have all seen that William Ruto is beating us.
Okay, let's wait and see. But
Enyewe nikicheka hivyo, unajua saa zingine mi nachekaga hivyo, watu wanadhani bana,
mm,
huyu jamaa kuna mahali nimetusiwa bana, wewe ni mtu wa UDA.
okay, let me before
Mhm.
we go to okay, that is done for Kisii. Now let's come to Kisumu. The other day,
Mm.
Linda Wananchi, that was headed by Chairperson Gladys Wanga, was in Kisumu, especially Kisumu Town East, where Shakil Shabir is at. There are quite some utterances that were made, especially with some members of ODM, including Makamu, or the former MP for Kisumu Central, Ouda. And uh, when you see a party like ODM, especially when members, especially take to the podium and um, laughs and make those vulgar statements, especially against women, especially, and you wonder maybe what is your take, especially when you want to look at the moral, the moral
Ben, Ben, there's nothing like looking at the moral.
in
That
politics.
that piece of human being is disgusting, a piece of garbage, a bullshit, an idiot, Any other name I can call that guy called Makamu. He's called Makamu. He's so
Makamu.
thick. He has got no morals. He doesn't even deserve to be given the microphone. And
But
that is the moral decay in ODM party. That is how ODM is at the moment. That is
but
the standard measure and why we took off from that party, because
so
that
so
is the standard measure for ODM.
and why is it that if you look at, even if you look through those videos, the leaders who were in front, including even the chair lady, the yeah, they were enjoying it. You know, like nobody
Because
came and condemned.
they enjoy sex. They enjoy those sexy. They enjoy it. How many scandals have you heard from that lady herself? That is what they enjoy. How many times do you see them dancing with their butts showing us on TV? And these are married women with children. They enjoy it. How
Mm,
many times do you see Farouk Kibet telling them, swing around, we see your butt, and they show us their butt, what their mama gave them? They
mm,
enjoy it. They enjoy showing those things. They enjoy showing their bodies. How many times you see them dressed like decent women? How many times?
yeah.
They are in jeans. They are in tight jeans, trousers, showing off all their body figures.
Mm. So
But they enjoy those sex stories, things to go to bed. Nini, hizo ndio vitu they don't sell anything. It's just garbage.
mm,
Yeah. So
and,
I feel Ben, we should not discuss Makamu.
but
It's not worth it.
it's not worth discussing. But now you look at a party, because like when you look at ODM, especially as a party, this is a party that claim that their progressive movement is a party that speak about the language of rights and constitutionalism, you know, and then you see like these utterances coming in the podium, whereby even the leaders do not condemn such like utterances made by their surrogates or made by the people who are supporting them or their influencers.
That is what they stand for.
S- Okay.
Simple. Have I answered? That's what they stand for.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's what they stand for. I mean, why are you trying to make them look like they're so? That's what they stand for. That is what they are.
mm,
Bakamu represents what ODM is.
mhm.
Yeah, he represents it graphically. This is what we are. This is what we do. This is what we enjoy. All
And
right.
and and maybe to wind up on that, I hope you came across what was said by the former member of parliament for Kisumu Central, that is Ouda, when he gave cautionary, that it was like a caution that the Linda Mwananchi should not step around in Kisumu. Then if they step, it should not be asked what will happen, but you can go and ask God. And you talk about democracy, you know. So where is that democracy?
Let me tell you,
Mm,
these are our people, and we know how they behave.
mhm,
I've always said that Luos take politics to another level. They can kill because of politics
mhm,
for a few pennies, a few shillings, hata mia moja atakumaliza because of siasa,
mhm,
because they don't think beyond the gains.
mhm.
Hiyo ni siasa ya tumbo. Mtu
Tumbo,
ameona, yeah,
tumbocratic.
tumbo is doing that for the camera.
Mhm,
All right, he's doing that so that Raymond Omolo can see what, hey, you see what I told these people. Uliona
mhm.
vile niliwaambia? Stupidity,
Of the highest order.
ujinga.
Ujinga.
Umeona? You see how tough I am? Bongo lala, yani ni ujinga. But you see, at the end of the day, there
Mhm.
are other people who look at politics in a different way.
A different
There
angle.
are people who condemned whatever he said. They were so disappointed because uh, hii siasa ya Kenya
Mm,
imekuwa ni you have to build a coalition with other tribes.
Other
You
tribes.
you cannot go in this politics without building coalitions with the Kamba community, building with the Kikuyu community, building with the Kalenjin community, building
Mm.
with the Western community. But if you
Yes.
go around burning the Kisi Bridge, burning the Western Bridge, and burning Kikuyu walishachoma kitambo, ya Kuria wamechoma, yani they burnt all the bridges. Ile bridge wamebaki nayo to politics ni hii ya Kale, na hiyo ya Kale bado in 2027 wataambiwa you don't have the numbers.
Let
Ben,
me ask.
save this. Ruto
Let me.
will win the elections. Ruto
Mm,
will win the elections,
mm.
and ODM will have less than 50 members of parliament in the next parliament.
Okay. Let us give it a wide thinking, because especially when they are talking about the people from the mountain, because that one has always been their subject of discussion. And the people that they're talking about, President William Ruto is working hand in hand with the people of the mountain to get their votes. Yet themselves, they feel that they should not work with them. Now, where
Oh,
do they draw the line?
oh, can you repeat your question, please, sir?
When you look at this podium, or when you listen to some of the leaders talking about not working with the people, the mountain, sometimes they refer to as joge, these people, you know,
Mm.
and the same President William Ruto that they are supporting, or they are in the process of negotiation with, is looking for the mountains votes. So where do you draw the line?
I
Who is
know
who is fooling who?
you know it is sad. The half of Ruto's cabinet, or maybe the people he has appointed, are from the mountain. They have got only we have got only like 3-4 slots within Ruto's government.
Mm,
Yet they are saying they cannot. Watoa message kwa nini? Yet they are
mm,
saying they cannot work with this government. That this government, at the same time, eh, Kwanza we are coming from Kisumu as we wait. Kwanza we are coming to Kisumu as we wait for Mombasa to finish the Ramadan. That was an invitation, Brother Ben. Kenya ni yetu. Sawa
mm.
sawa, Matrix. Wanasema ati they cannot work with the people in the mountain. Now the leader that they are supporting is working with the people in the mountain. So sijui umeuliza swali ngumu. I don't know how wakiingia haya pia wanaingia hapo, hawakupigia Ruto kura na wanataka kutoa Kindiki kwa kiti.
Okay, all right.
Yani serikali they didn't even form, but watu
Yeah.
wametoka nje. Yani you invite somebody to your house,
Mhm.
then he starts telling you, you know, Ben, kuanzia leo huyu mfanyikazi wako huyu sitaki kumwona hapa.
Mm,
Eh? This pet that you're keeping here, hii pusi, nani amekwambia uweke hii paka hapa?
uweke
Toa.
hapa. Mm,
Na ameingia kwa nyumba yako,
mm,
na chakula ile anapika yeye mwenyewe ndiye anaanza kula
yake.
peke yake. Yeye hataki hao watu wengine wakule, yeye ndiye anataka kule
Mhm.
yeah. So hiyo
Okay.
kabila iko namna hiyo.
Okay, we want to wind up, and we are winding up with Homa Bay County. There's quite a lot that has taken place in Homa Bay County last
My
week.
county, my
So,
county.
your county.
Mm.
Oyugi Magwanga resigned as a deputy governor, and you know the history of Oyugi Magwanga and Gladys Wanga. This was, I would say that it was a forced marriage that was conducted by the Right Honorable Prime Minister Raila Odinga to make sure that at least ODM get a candidate, or get a candidate, win that candidacy of Homa Bay. Then came when there was a by-election, Oyugi Magwanga decided to go to support Aroko, who was an independent candidate, did not support the candidate that was brought in or was being supported by the party. This necessitated so many things, including locking up of his office, also demoting him, I would say, and also giving him some the cars that he was using. You know, they were not serviced, and the other day I heard he said that he was in the Nairobi, uh, in the work related. His car, official car, was towed. That is one angle. That is Oyugi Magwanga and Wanga. Then there's another also between Wanga and Raymond Omolo. There were three councillors or three ward reps who went to speak with Raymond Omolo talking about development because they are all two terms. Then they were demoted from their community, from their committees that they are serving in. That's because they've spoken with Raymond Omolo. Raymond Omolo is supporting President William Ruto second bid. Gladys Wanga is supporting President William Ruto in second bid. So what is wrong by a representative meeting Raymond Omolo, yet they are in broad-based government?
Let me start with the last bit and allow me to speak in vernacular for just a few seconds.
Mm.
Raymond Omolo, kaw gavana ma Homa Bay ok wadwa milore kodi. Mana nyisi live an coaches bende ing'eya maber kabisa. Kaw gavana ma Homa Bay because that will project you to the presidency. Kaw gavana ma Homa Bay, weri gi PS ginigo. Kaw gavana ma Homa Bay, you are ripe for it. Bi kaw gino. Wabro mi okinyi sa apagachiel. To
So
sawa.
you are
All
saying
right.
that
Now,
Raymond Omolo should go for Homa Bay governorship?
yeah, now I want to translate it because I want the local people to understand that dialect.
Mhm.
The Raymond Omolo right now, with the development projects that was initiated by the national government, people of Homa Bay see him as a possible successor to the Luo kingship, one, and a
Yeah.
possible successor to. I don't see him as a possible kingpin, but I see him as a possible governor for Homa Bay. You get my point. I
Mm.
see him as a possible governor for Homa Bay, and the time is now. It is not tomorrow because there could be a cabinet reshuffle. William Ruto's mentality works like this. William wants to work with leaders, and the leaders that he wants to work with are leaders who are elected by the people.
True.
So if he takes a chance, because they have a rapport with William Samoei Ruto, he takes this chance and vies on a UDA ticket in Homa Bay, he will win Asubuhi Mapema, deputized but they come from the same region, so Magwanga cannot be his deputy. He looks for a deputy elsewhere. Magwanga ende afanye kazi kwa serikali. Raymond Omolo will be the next governor. And the reason why Wanga is fearing that rivalry
Mhm.
so much, because first, uh, the Wanga's government is surrounded by people who are so incompetent. They have not helped him politically, uh, to either to develop the region or to use the funds that they receive each and every year
Yeah.
and to account for them and the projects that they have initiated.
Mhm.
You cannot mention, if you go to Mokwa, those things collapsed many years ago. If you go to the Homa Bay Stadium, that was completed by Ray. If you go to the theater, that was a national government project. Now, anything that is tangible that the people of Homa Bay can say that these roads were tarmacked by the county government of Homa Bay, I cannot mention them. But what you see are national government projects. That is where she's having a problem. But she's very good at public relationship exercises that are happening in Homa Bay. So perfect. She positions herself as this leader who is very accountable, to
Mm.
the money that she's receiving, yet she's not accountable at all. The Auditor General said that Oma Bay County has got more than 500
Bank
accounts,
accounts.
more than 500 banks account. Now, I don't know what Senator Kajuang does when he chairs those committees in the Senate. This is our senator. I saw him writing a letter that, oh, I am the one who presided over this marriage. What nonsense. We don't want to hear that kind of childish stuff you are putting on social media. Tell us what Oma Bay is doing with the money, and you, as the one who is supposed to oversight this counties. You are not doing any job. You're not doing any job. So these are guys who are on the payroll of the governor of Oma Bay. So
Yeah.
what I'm saying, Ben,
Mm-hmm.
Oma Bay needs development. Oma Bay needs a leader who can take it from point A to point B, where Gladys Wanga has left Homa Bay, awachie hapo. She can join government. She can join William Ruto's government. But
Mm-hmm.
the governor of Homa Bay is somebody we need, somebody who can create opportunities for the youth, somebody who can create hope for the fish farmers in that region, somebody who can revive the dead industries
Yeah.
that were in that region before. That is exactly what we are looking for.
Mm-hmm.
This will be the first time they will campaign back. At times, used to make a decision. You know, that is what the Oma Bay residents are looking for, and the person who can deliver this so easily, because it will be backed by area MPs. It will be backed by the projects that he has managed to oversight. He has in his time as the PS for internal security, and
Mm-hmm.
he should also be backed by the jobs that he has given to the youths in that area.
Yeah.
Kama ni kazi za polisi, kama ni kazi za jeshi, apeane. Kama apeani pia yeye, kama
Mm-hmm.
apeani those opportunities, then they should not politic. Now the other side of listen, the other
Mm-hmm.
side of PS of the PS Raymond Omolo, that is a bit negative, is that he is meddling into politics too much. All right.
Mm-hmm.
He's a technocrat. Before we knew about Raymond Omolo, he was doing his kazi zake chini ya maji. We didn't know much about him. But now he's getting into the dais, talking about the politics of the day. I don't know whether it is the instruction from his boss, but he should not be all the time talking about politics or seen to be a politician or associating himself with these goons. You are seeing him taking a photo session with a goon. You're seeing him taking a photo session with a goon from Kisumu. You're seeing him taking some photo sessions with some funny characters. He should not be associated with those characters. Yeye akae kama permanent secretary, mtu wa
Yes.
heshima. Otherwise saa zile vitu zitageuka, he'll be associated with those kind of things. And then he is also coming out like this will not happen, trying to portray that strength and all that. Raymond Omolo, you have a constitution to follow. Follow the constitution of Kenya. When it comes to issues of people having freedoms of expression, freedom of association, freedom of assembly, you have got
Yes.
no business to interfere with that. Let the people decide where they want to be. Yeah,
Right.
that's my take.
What do you say about the resignation of Oyugi Magwanga, and how does this one impact Gladys Wanga's politics or even popularity in the larger Homa Bay County?
For Bagwanga, it was long overdue. I think he
Mm,
stretched it for quite some time.
mm,
And the minute he knew that his impeachment motion had been drafted and he was going to be impeached and to face the Senate, and being that he knows the games that go in the Senate, and is not in good books with Gladys Wanga, and Gladys Wanga is in good books with William Ruto and the UDA fraternity, he was
mm.
definitely going to be impeached in Senate. Senate was not going to save him in
Yeah.
Senate. So what does he do? He resigns so that he can have another day with the people. The people are bigger than the Senate. So he will go to the people's court and the
Mhm.
people will judge him in an election. If they loved him so much, they will make sure that he becomes the governor for Homa Bay. So I
Do
think
you
that was
think?
that
Do
was
you
a
think?
bright move. That was a
Mm,
move that we advised Gachagua a long time, lakini kiburi
yeah.
ilimharibia.
But do you think it will impact especially his political career and what about the Wanga?
Siasa za huko Ujaluoni ni pesa,
Mm,
unanielewa? Ni
nakuelewa.
pesa. Gladys Wanga ana hiyo nguvu kwa sababu ya ile hela
Ako nayo.
ako nayo, ana control hiyo. Bila hiyo hela ana kitu,
Mhm.
ana ushawishi na ana nguvu
Mm,
na ana ma MCA wale watamfuata, wataegemea pande yake. Now
mm,
Magwanga ako na umati, ako na ile klani yake ndio kubwa kabisa ile anatoka,
mhm,
na pia ako na historia
mm.
ya utendaka.
Utendakazi.
Alikuwa number one kule Kasipul pale, huyu kijana
Kijana
wa
yu
Mondo Boyd amechukua, yeye ndiye
mm,
alikuwa number one.
nam
Wakati elections zilifanyika ya kule Kasipul, Magwanga kama deputy governor alienda akasimama na upinzani.
mm.
Chama chake cha ODM aliwachana
Aliwachana.
nacho, na ukae kujua watazamaji ya kuwa Magwanga alishurutishwa ama alishawishi, alikuwa convinced ama alitongozwa kushikana na Gladys Wanga kwa sababu hiyo kiti ilikuwa inaenda. Kidero ndiye angekuwa gavana wa Homa Bay, Magwanga angesimama na Gladys Wanga asimame. Ule
Mm.
mtu alikuwa anapita katikati yao ni Daktari Evans
Evans Kidero.
Kidero. Haya,
Mm.
ukae ukijua pia hiyo safari ilianzia mbali. Mbadi alikuwa anataka kuwa gavana wa Homa Bay. Pia
Baba
yeye aliambiwa na baba,
tulia.
boss, huyu mama kuna mahali ninaangalia naye, nataka nimwangalie vizuri, na kuna ile jenda, na ukae kujua Homa Bay Wajaluo na ile siasa bado, au ndio walikuwa ni kaunti ya kwanza haikukuwa elect governor, so gavana mwanamke, so
Mm.
walikuwa wanataka kuweka gavana
Mwanamke.
mwanamke. So
Ehe.
Raila alikuwa amesema Raila, hiyo project ya Gladys Wanga alikuwa ni project yake.
Mhm.
He had taken it personal kama project
Yake.
yake chini ya maji, so
Mm.
aka make sure huyo mama amepata ugavana wa Homa Bay. So
Homa Bay.
casualty alikuwa ni Mbadi.
Mbadi.
Casualty mingine akakuwa ni hata Kidero alijaribu kushawishishwa Kiswahili si mdomo chetu, usawi
Tunakuelewa.
nini kunini.
Tunakuelewa wewe ni mtu kutoka Homa Bay sasa
Haya, alikuwa
ongea tu.
hata Kidero was prevailed upon
Eh.
kuacha hiyo kiti, lakini yeye pia na kichwa yake hiyo ngumu. Ukae kujua Kidero ana kichwa ngumu sana, yeye ndiye alipiga Shebesh slap. Unakumbuka ile kofi? Huyo jamaa ana kichwa ngumu sana. Aliambia baba, ni rafiki yangu, aliambia baba, hii mimi naenda.
Mhm.
So hiyo election ya Homa Bay ilikuwa
Mhm.
hivyo, na sasa
Mm.
tukiangalia mbele itakuwa ni ngumu sana kwa
Itakuwa ni
sababu
vipi? U u
kwa
u
sababu unaona bila power, hiyo power, bila
mm.
power na pesa
Mm.
bila power na pesa huna ushawishi sana. Ule mama bado ako na ushawishi kwa sababu ako na power na ako na pesa.
Hakuna pesa. Na na
Kwa
na
sababu
na labda tukimalizia, juzi kati hapa tuliona kuna majibizano katika, si majibizano vile, lakini tuliona kama Babu alikuwa anasema mambo mengi kuhusu Raymond Omollo. Labda katikati yao mavijana wawili, kwa sababu Babu pia ni kijana wa nyumbani, Raymond Omollo pia ni kijana wa nyumbani, ambao ni kwa nini inakaa kwamba hakuna maelewano katikati yao?
kwa sababu kwa utazamo wangu
Mm.
nataka Raymond akuwe gavana wa Homa Bay, Babu
Mm.
akuwe gavana wa Nairobi. Hesabu
Sasa kama ni
sikiza,
hesabu, hapo
hii
ni eneo
hesabu
mbili
iko hivi.
tofauti. Mm.
Raymond akikuwa gavana wa Homa Bay, wazee wataona kazi ya vijana
Mhm. Mhm.
na wawe na ile hope
Mm.
that vijana wanaweza fanya kazi na wanaweza kaa kwa uongozi na wakafanya kazi vizuri kushinda our career politician.
Mhm.
Babu kule pia Nairobi ni kubwa kushinda kaunti yoyote, kifedha, kiumuhimu
Mhm.
na pia kwa representation. Kila kabila kiko pale.
Mhm.
Akifanya kazi mzuri, jamii ya Wajaluo wataweza kupata kura kule Central, wapate kula kule Ukambani, wapate kura kule Western kwa sababu ya utendakazi wake. So Babu Owino is a bargaining chip to a tinted image of the Luo community by people like Makamu.
All right.
You get my point.
Yeah, I get your
So
point.
at one point, these parallel forces will meet, and that is the day the Luo politics will be vying for the presidency.
But
That
but
is 2032 and beyond. Yes.
there are those who are saying that this feud between Babu Owino and Raymond Omollo is about the succession politics. One of them, yeah, who wants to become the Luo spokesperson.
I've told you, Raymond Omolo is a technocrat. Babu Owino is a politician.
Mm-hmm.
Babu Owino has got more followers than Raymond Omolo across the Republic of Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
You get my point.
I
Now,
get your point.
if you are looking at somebody who can inherit Baba's shoes,
Mm-hmm.
and you are looking at their profile,
Mm-hmm.
then you see Babu Owino cuts across all the communities in Kenya. Raymond Omolo is only looking for a small block called the Luo community with about 2 million votes in three counties: Homa Bay, Migori, and Kisumu and Siaya. Yeah. So that is where what he's looking at. But Babu Owino is looking at Kenya as a whole, that mimi nataka kuwa president wa Kenya. Yeye hataki kuwa kiongozi wa jamii ya Wajaluo. Yeye anataka kuwa president wa Kenya na
Mm.
kingpin ya Wajaluo. So
All right.
after baba ni babu.
All right. Asante sana mzalendo. Naona kwamba watu wanaomba link, lakini tunaona muda imeenda,
Waambie bana, hii uaga
kwa
bana,
sababu
hatutaki
mimi
kufananisha
nataka kuelekea
nini.
kazini. Sasa
Mm.
on next Friday tutaanza mapema, ndio sasa tukuje na watu wote. Mr. Joseph, pole sana, kwa sababu mimi kwa saizi naenda kazi, nataka kufika mahali ni jadili na watu. Tumekuwa na mlikuwa wapi mzalendo, mlikuwa wapi na Joseph?
Hata sijui bana, pengine tulikuwa kule South Africa, lakini sasa nishafika Marekani. Pole sana
Amesema
kaka Jose.
mtapatana rematch.
Joseph, unakumbuka Joseph, lakini tutampandisha tu siku moja. Usipandishe leo kwa sababu ndamchekelea na pendi kuchekelewa sana.
Joseph anasema
Unakumbuka Joseph akiniambia hapa, mzalendo bana, wewe hujui Wakikuyu bana, utujui, I tell you mzalendo.
okay,
Joseph, peleka
okay.
polepole bwana, hii ni
Mzalendo,
encyclopedia ya siasa ya Kenya. Polepole,
Mzalendo,
yeah.
Mzalendo, and everybody who was asking for link. Let's make sure that next week on Friday we come so early from. We can start from 10 so that up to around 12 or 1. Or so that we can have more discussion. Mzalendo, let me take this opportunity to thank you once again for joining this the Meet the Press, whereby we discuss the issues that or the news that took the headline during the week. Maybe your closing remarks.
I want to thank all our viewers who have been watching on Africa 24. Thank you very much for staying tuned on Africa. I know that you love this Friday edition of the weekly recap. This is where you get the raw data of politics, and this is the home of real politics. Wacheni siasa zingine za zile tunao bado tunafichana. Hapa tunasema ukweli peupe vile kuko, but asante sana. If you've not subscribed to these channels, make sure uende pale kwa YouTube, tafuta AFRIQ 24. We have got regular shows on our platform. Hata kuna mpira inakuja na Joseph pale, ndio panelist mkubwa sana wa Manchester United. Hii weekendi Arsenal inachukua ligi. Jose bwana, nimekwambia raundi utaumia zaidi, utaumia kila mahali, ni kukuumiza tu kila mahali. Arsenal inachukua ligi, na leo Manchester wanachapwa hii weekend. Kama unataka kuwekelea bet, usiwekelea Manchester, wanaenda kugongwa. Arsenal wanachukua ligi.
Let me tell you something that I've been trying to look about history, follow a kind of some history about Arsenal. Arsenal usually starts the season very well, but they do not have power to finish. Remember last season they were almost winning the Premier League, but what happened? And I don't know whether they will keep the spirit until they win this Premier League.
Listen,
Mm-hmm.
the gods of football are residing at the Emirates. The gods of football are camping at the Emirates right now. They are camping at the Emirates. There is no trophy that Arsenal will not pick this season. Take that to the bank. Wacha niongee kama Atuoli. Take that to the bank.
So they're not going to win any trophy.
Huh?
They're not winning any trophy.
They are not leaving any trophy. Hizo trophy zote, ikuwe ni FA inakuja kwa shelf, ikuwe ni Carabao inakuja kwa shelf, ikuwe ni UEFA Champions League inakuja kwa shelf, na bado tunamaliza roho na kuchukua EPL Premier League.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hapa.
Take that to the bank. I said it. Nimesema. Atuoli anasemaga aje? Anasema
shenzi kabisa.
Shenzi kabisa. Jose, shenzi kabisa wewe.
All right, thank you so much Mzalendo for your time.
Asante sana.
Joseph.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, and may God bless you. So next week on Saturday morning, we will share the link. So just make sure you come early, and we'll be brief on our discussion. Thank you so much, Mzalendo, and everybody who was in the comment section.